Welcome to another edition of SAT TV News. I'm Alicia George. In the headlines, new teachers inducted into the education system. Rotary Club of Portsmouth to renovate Portsmouth Hospital. In the region, nephew of Antigua's newly elected Prime Minister murdered. And internationally, rescuers free 20 miners in Nicaragua. In sports, Salisbury to feature in Sports Division District Sports Festival. Details of these and other stories will follow. Welcome back. Dr. Jeffrey Blaise, Acting Chief Education Officer in the Ministry of Education, advised several new teachers to use their profession to positively affect the lives of students. Dr. Blaise made the statement during an induction ceremony of an estimated 40 teachers at the Dominica Grammar School on Tuesday. He said, irrespective of how they were inducted into the teaching profession, they must all strive to be fine educators. Acting Chief Education Officer Melina Fontaine agreed with that sentiment and said that she hopes being a teacher is not just a job for the new inducts. Fontaine told the teachers that they must have a passion for teaching, as this will determine how they deal with the challenges of the job.
If that is what it is, just a job, with you waiting for a salary at the end of the month, then you need to think seriously about whether you want to be here. Whatever your status, you will encounter challenges. The way you deal with those challenges depend on whether you are here for a job or whether you want to be in that helping relationship so that the students given to your care can succeed.
School resumes on Monday, September 8th. In an effort to raise funds to complete renovation on the Portsmouth Hospital's Accident and Emergency Room, the Rotary Club of Portsmouth, in partnership with the Ross University, has decided to host a sweet jazz event. The event is also designed to raise awareness for the re-equipping of resources at the hospital in order to improve patient care. Speaking at the press conference on Wednesday, Morrison Azil, president of the Rotary Club of Portsmouth, said the club has already placed its first shipment to begin the renovation works.
Not only will we just remodel the area, but we will also be putting in modern equipment, and I am pleased to announce that we already have a shipment of equipment on their way to Dominica, specifically for this project. We have already secured through our connections with Rotary, for the Rotary clubs throughout the world, especially in the United States.
Azil said the project is estimated to cost over $170,000. Meanwhile, Sylvester Henderson, projects officer in the Ministry of Health, commended the Rotary Club, noting that the government will support the initiative where necessary.
An effort like this is more than commendable, so that we will support the Ross University and the Rotary Club as much as we can to have this effort completed. When we met with the Rotary Club and the Ministry of Health, when the idea was presented, we were so elated about it, and we couldn't but say thank you and let's proceed with it.
As part of the renovation, the club will remove infrastructure to make space for more beds and operating rooms. They will also construct an indoor washroom for the A&E department. In addition, the Ross University will provide equipment and furniture for the facility. Henderson revealed that the government has also made plans to conduct renovation work on the rest of the hospital.
We've also started planning. In fact, we are collaborating with the Ministry of Public Works, the Technical Services Division, to design and to provide estimates for renovation works to the rest of the hospital.
This phase of renovation by the government will include improvements on fencing and the electrical voltage, redesigning of the basement area to provide a relocated area for lab services, construction of a new area for an autoclave, as well as improved washroom facilities and laundry services for the hospital. According to Henderson, the government is also expected to receive some medical equipment from the Turkish government to assist in the overall remodeling, which is budgeted at over $500,000. The Sweet Jazz event will be hosted at the Ross University in Peak at Portsmouth on September 13th from 8 p.m. Multiple Emmy-winning investigative reporter and producer Peter Greenberg has included Dominica in his travel itinerary for his new television show, The Travel Detective with Peter Greenberg. Tanya Green has more details.
Greenberg, America's most recognized, honored, and respected frontline travel news journalist, arrived on Dominica with his crew on Monday to film the 60-minute television series. Greenberg will also conduct interviews for his radio show, Peter Greenberg Worldwide Radio, which has a listenership of over 400 stations. In an exclusive interview with SAT-TV News, Greenberg revealed that most Americans have little or no knowledge of Dominica.
For many of us who are old enough to admit our age, most of us might remember Dominica from 1982 and the invasion of Grenada. That's about the only time they've heard about it, except if they looked at the credits of Pirates of the Caribbean or a few other movies that have been shot. They really don't know about this special place.
The trip was organized by Greensburg staff through the Discover Dominica Authority. The travel detective said he is here to expose the international world to a different side of Dominica, a side that is natural and unspoiled.
Well, I'll be broadcasting my radio show, which is a nationwide show every week. We actually broadcast from a different location in the world every single week. Last week was Malta. Next week will be Marrakesh, and that's in Morocco. And guess what's right in the middle? Dominica. We're giving you something that's not in the brochure. So how perfect is Dominica to be on that show? We're giving you something that you couldn't otherwise find on yourself unless you knew a guy. Well, in this particular case, I'm the guy.
The Travel Detective with Peter Greenberg will debut on public television on October 5th. The series offers 42 half-hour episodes that seek to empower audiences with travel news, must-have information, and insider tips known only to a select few. The Dominica edition of the Peter Greenberg Worldwide Radio is expected to premiere in the next few weeks. For SAT-TV News, I am Tanya Green reporting.
Thank you, Tanya, for that report. When we return, Nature Island Paper Products to launch new product line. Welcome back. Nature Island Paper Products Incorporated, NIP Inc., Dominica's sole local toilet paper company, has announced plans to expand its products. Managing Director of NIP Inc., Severin McKenzie, said investment is very important, and this is the direction that the company is heading.
In our fifth year of operations, we are actually going to look at the divestment, broaden the base, get people to be part of the company, sell shares, expand into new products, because one of the things that we can proudly say is that we do produce a quality product. I think we are superior to what the competition brings in, and our price is excellent. Nobody can complain about our price because our price is lower than the competition also.
He said the company plans to move into the production of facial towels, table napkins, aluminum foil, plastic wraps, and wax paper. According to him, the factory's machinery has the ability to produce some of the components of the materials needed to make these paper products.
I think we have overcome all the challenges that we needed to overcome. We overcame challenges with our machines, getting to know the machines. We have overcome challenges even with our financing arrangements. Now that all this is behind us, we are right now stepping forward into really going out to sell. The challenge for us right now is to get Dominicans to know that the products exist. We are on the market, we are producing, we are employing Dominicans, and if they support us, more Dominicans will be employed.
The managing director of the toilet paper company said the goal is to get as many Dominicans to use the company's products. He said his ultimate goal is to export the product to the regional and global market. Currently, Dominica imports $3 million worth of toilet paper annually. However, he said if NIP secures at least 80% of that figure, it will augur well for the local company. The company currently produces Fall Soft and Emerald Touch toilet tissue and Severed Dominique paper towel. A number of young girls are now better equipped to face the challenges of the world as they successfully completed a one-week Girls Leading Our World summer camp on Saturday at the Holy Redeemer Retreat House. Peace Corps Director Patrick Henderson said the camp titled Camp Glow is an annual event which empowers young girls to be leaders.
This is an opportunity in this camp for you to grow. It's a few days, yes, but I think you were exposed to quite a bit of information that would help you think about how do I begin to change me, all right? How do I begin to look at some of the negative aspects of who I am and begin to change those things into positive. So I want you to start thinking about, when you live here, what is this one thing about you, at least one thing about you, that you'd want to change for the better? Keeping in mind that you as young people, you are the future of this country.
He advised the young girls to focus on their education, as it is the gateway to a bright future. Camp Glow's director Gloria Walsh said the camp, which included young girls aged 12 to 14, saw participants from across the island.
We had presentations on health and wellness, knowing your sexuality, conflict resolution, building a spiritual life, HIV awareness, building on self-esteem, knowing your worth, diversity relationships, women in unusual careers, and many more.
She said the girls are much better equipped with knowledge on life skills, which they will utilize in their various communities, schools, and homes. Meanwhile, featured speaker, Ross University student Dominican Joel James shared a few words of encouragement and also advised the young girls to keep focused on their future goals.
You have to identify your weaker points and try and work on them so that you become stronger and better. And you cannot be afraid of failure. You cannot be, I can't stress this more. As young ladies growing up, you might not have huge failures in your life, but you may have your individual failures. And those failures, you cannot be afraid of them. You have to try, and you cannot be afraid of failing. Okay? Because the more, think about it, the more times you try, it means the greater chance that you have of succeeding. But that also means that the more times you try, you might have more failures than someone who has never tried. So, at the end of the day, those shortcomings, those failures, is what you look back on, is where you grow, is where you reflect, is where you say, okay, I did this and this, that didn't work out nicely. I'm going to come up with a new plan, a better plan, a stronger plan, so this time I won't fail.
James added the only way they can find their limit is by going outside of their comfort zone. The young girls were all presented with certificates of completion at the camp's closing ceremony. The inaugural National Employment Program Youth Summer Tennis Academy, which came to a close on Friday, has been regarded as a success. The academy, which began on July 7th and came to a close on August 29th, was facilitated by tennis coach Andy Carter, who said he was pleased with the dedication of the students towards learning the sport.
The children had fun. They came out there. Sometimes the rain was falling. They still came out. Their parents called, and they ensured that everything went smoothly. So once again, without saying too much more, we want to thank the parents for allowing the children to come, thank the National Employment Program and all its staff for a great job, and the parents allowing the children to come, providing the meals.
Meanwhile, Minister of Trade, Industry and Diaspora Affairs, Honorable Dr. John Colin McIntyre, said the academy came to life after he witnessed Carter teaching students the sport of tennis on the Dominica Club's tennis court. He said it was a positive initiative to engage the students while on summer break, rather than engaging them in more academic work during their summer holidays.
We decided to engage you here and bring out this whole program in terms of how you can get to vent some of that energy you have in you. Young people, we at home, we sit, we watch the TV. These days in the ICT era, which is what we have right now, and as we tend to look at the TV, play our smart games with smartphones and whatnot. Guess what we do? And we snack on junk food. We put on weight. I'm hoping that we can put an adult court out there, make them into 3 courts, so even I can get to play more tennis, because you're going to say, but the minister is not too bad in size too. So these are things we have to work out. But I must say to you, it's certainly a pleasure. And rest assured, next year for sure, we will continue.
The minister also advised the young students to remain focused on their work in school, stay away from drugs, and try eating healthy as much as possible in order to live healthy lives. He also commended the parents for allowing their children to participate in the academy.
And I say to young people, be positive, respect your parents, respect authority. Not necessarily, I'm talking about the government system, I'm talking about anybody who's older than you. And respect for authority, and this is how you can command and demand respect for yourself as well too. So with these few words, I want to say thank you to everyone who has made this a success. This is a great program, I spoke with the PM this morning. I mentioned to him where I was, and I'm going to discuss with him possibilities for expanding this program and developing it at such a level when we come next time, we can feel more relaxed and in a positive environment. I think here is ideal. Here belongs to the government, this entire piece of land, so we can look at the future for it and even partner with some of our folks. I spoke to Ambassador Doc Troop this morning, and he's planning a program as well too. And I said to him that government, the National Employment Program, Ministry of Sports, we can partner with him in terms of making it a positive program for you.
The students were all presented with their certificates of accomplishment at the closing ceremony. This has been the local segment of the news.